Okay, we got a Wi-Fi battle against LittleRelapse. This is a complete OE battle. I challenged him on Skype and I covered my hand and all that stuff. Anyways, yeah, this is a battle against LittleRelapse once again. This is my new team. I'm testing this out, and I'm actually going to be using this team for the next couple of battles because the team's pretty pro. So I went, I set up my rocks, and he tricks me into a scarf, so I have to swap out. I go into my line wire, predicting this on the wave, and I get it right. I get my motor drive. I went for the EQ, and due to the expert belt, well, the expert belt and the max attack doesn't quite KO the Jirachi, which wasn't that surprising at all because they had pretty good defense. So he just set up his stealth rocks, and I just went for his other punch, predicting a switch. So now he goes into his hollow, and I went for the thunder punch, seeing how much it will do, and look at that. That does nothing. And he goes for the will-o-wisp, and that actually turned out to be pretty bad. Because he, I swap out into my Gengar, and he goes for the earthquake because I predicted that. So it doesn't hit me because I have levitate. So he goes into his fat bitch, which is his Blissey. But that was a really bad play on my part because I went for the Shadow Ball. I should have predicted the switch into like a normal type or something. So I swap out, go into my Lime Wire. And here I totally forgot about the burn, even though it was like right in front of my face. He went for the Ice Beam. Doesn't do a lot to Electivire. So I went for the Cross Chop, and it does literally nothing, especially due to the extra bell and stuff. That's because of the burn. So yeah. So he gets another Ice Beam off, and that will do enough to KO. That crit actually kind of didn't matter because the burn would have taken me out anyway. So yeah. So I go into my TeeHeePWN, and here's where the match gets a little weird. I predicted the switch back into his Dusknoir, so I didn't go for the Diamanic Punch or something. I actually went for the Stone Edge. So I hit it, and I get a crit. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I get it. Yeah, here's where I get the crit, I think. Yeah, right here. And so I just realized that, well, I went on Smogon and checked Dusknoir and has like really high defense. And here I told him Porygon's Yu-Yu, and he completely forgot that it was Yu-Yu. So I just gave it up to him. But that Stone Edge, that crit mattered definitely. So yeah, that KOs. He goes to Vaporized, and I really didn't risk, because I swapped out and go into my Happy Feet, predicting a Surf, and I did get it right. So he went for the Surf, and it does a lot, especially because of the stab and, well, I don't know. Well, probably because of the stab and max special attack. Well, I think he has max special attack, but even though they have pretty good attack, special attack. So he goes for the Surf. He swaps out, going to his fat bitch. He predicts the Grass Knot pretty nicely, as it doesn't really do much. I was expecting it to do more, even though it's a special tank, but they are pretty heavy. But I don't know. So I go into my TeeHeePWN, and he went for the Toxic, predicting the switch, because if it hit my Empoleon, it wouldn't have affected, so yeah. So I went for the Diamanic Punch, not trying to over-predict here. So I do, and that will do enough to KO the Blissey. So that Blissey's gone. Hooray, because I had nothing for this Blissey except TeeHeePWN. So here, I was really fearing like an Aerial Ice, but I don't think they run it anymore. Well, they do, but they're not that common. So I went for the Diamanic Punch, seeing how much it will do, and no matter what, at least if it hits, I will confuse it, because it will be 100% confusing. And you can hear my phone's kind of ringing. Yeah, it's been ringing like 3 times this match, but I don't know. He went for Draco Meteor, and that will do enough to KO my Machamp. Sad face. So I go back into my Happy Feet. I have no idea why, but he predicted the switch. I mean, he predicted like the Aqua Jet or something really nicely, because he swaps out into his Vaporeon. I went for the Aqua Jet, heals him off, and I was like, oh, gosh. So I go into my Gengar. He went for the Surf, and I can't believe this. Gengar dies to a Surf, especially because my Gengar has a couple of special defense EVs, but I don't know. So I go into my Dusknoir Casper Senior, because hands off my Waffles Casper. And yeah. Anyways, my phone's ringing again. He went for the Surf, and that will go not KO my Dusknoir because of the burn and all that shiznits and stuff. So I went for the Pain Split because I really needed to there. So I do. He went for the Surf, and that will do enough to KO my Dusknoir. And yeah. It really had no use, because actually it kind of did, because I knew his last Pokemon was Salamence. So here I did not predict a switch, because even though if he swapped out, he would have died to Stealth Rock and the burn. So I went for the Grass Knot KOs. He goes into his Dragoon, which is his Salamence. I just stay in to get the Grass Knot off. He roosts up, and that gives me a kind of bonus, because that gets rid of the flying type for that turn, because that's what Roost does. So I went for the Grass Knot. That's a decent chunk, because Salamence is pretty heavy, and doesn't have the 4 times resistance, only 2 times, because it's not flying here. But he went for EQ, KOs my Empoleon. My phone's ringing again, which sucks. And I go into my Salamence, which is my last Pokemon, and I am Scarfed, so I am faster. I really didn't want to use Draco Meteor because I was fearing it would miss. So I went for the Dragon Pulse, and that will do enough to KO. So yeah, rate, comment, subscribe. This is Bjsller263, and I'm out. Peace.